Hey everybody, I'm Robert the Zombie Bargain Hunter, and today it is what's sold on eBay for the week of May 24th through May 30th. So I've been super busy this weekend. I had a few tenants move out of my apartment building, and you know how that goes. If you have a tenant, it's like, oh, I'm going to get stuff done, but then it's like calls, and had an electricity problem, had plumbing issues. It wasn't fun. So I didn't get as much listed as I wanted this weekend, but hey, it turned out to be okay because when I was out, since I had to go to the apartment so many times, I actually passed by a bunch of Walgreens, and I'm like, oh, stop in. And if you were on my Instagram or my Facebook, you saw that I picked up a bunch of hippos. Today I picked up a bunch of these owls, and I picked up, oh, where'd he go? He fell down here. And I picked up a bunch of penguins. So if you have a Walgreens, go check them out, because these things are going for like 50-60 bucks. And the hippos, I already sold 2 of them. It's actually going to be in this video, so go check them out. Alright, let's get on to what I sold. As always, I will show you all the different collectibles and stuff first, then we'll go and finish off at the plush. Alright, for May 24th through the 30th, I made $1,840.15. Still not at where I like to be. I like to hit $2,000 a week, but at least it was way better than last week. Last week was terrible. It was 24% up from last week, so I think it was around 1,400 I think I did last week. So yeah, last week was bad. But that was an eBay glitch, so what are you going to do? Sales last 31 days. I am 48.2% down. That is not good. But last month I did great, so I can expect that. Compared to the same period a year ago, I am 28.5% down. So, what are you going to do? As you can see, my listings are a little bit down. I was at 35.50, but I try to get them up, and like I said, I just kept getting just bothered yesterday and the day before and the day before. It was crazy. Alright, let's get onto these. Fortnite Bitty Boomer. This is a llama. I don't know why I pulled this. I just thought it was funny. It's not a big seller. I got these for pennies off of GameStop when I bought them out, but they're just funny. So I decided to show you. They're selling for $11.69, so not big money, and if you can't get them for pennies, don't even bother picking them up. Alright, the next ones that are selling, these t-shirts or t-shirts and tank tops, all that, since it's ridiculously hot today in California. It's like 98, I believe, 95. So people are getting hot. It's turning to summertime, so they're gonna need tank tops and nice lightweight t-shirts. So make sure you have all those listed. The Spider-Man's Queens of New York, you can see there's a kind of like weird face to it, half Spider-Man and half I don't know, it's weird. Whatever, people liked it. Sold out pretty fast, and they sold for $13.49. I sold a Funko Pop Pez dispenser. These were in a mystery box that I picked up. I picked up a bunch of mystery boxes, and these are just left over. They're called collector cores, so these are just bonus in the mystery box. They sold for $11.99. So not worth picking up if you have to put a lot of money into them. But I mean, if you get a big old case of them and they turn out to be like 50 cents a piece, it's worth picking them up. Next one, Gunner. These glasses, I actually thought of keeping these for myself, but then I looked at the comp and I'm like, nope. This face isn't getting no $35 glasses. This face will get like $10 glasses at the most. They're to block out like the blue light for the computer, so they help on the migraines and headaches and stuff like that, which I do have a problem with when I'm staring at the computer a long time. I do get headaches, and if I keep going when I push myself, I'll get migraines. So I kind of do need a pair like this, but these are going to somebody else. I'll find a cheaper pair. Funko Pins. This is Dragon Ball Z. I had a huge lot of these. When I'm talking huge, I'm talking about 50 sets of these. I had a huge lot because I was doing a lot of the mystery boxes, and the mystery boxes came with 2 pops, the pins, and a patch. So I picked up a bunch of the mystery boxes and just sold all the pops, and what's left over is a lot of these pins. And so I actually had to relist them. 7 sold to one person. I made him a deal. He offered $9 for the 7 sets that I had left in my store, and I took it. So someone paid $63 for all 7 sets. So I'm glad some of those were sold, but now I got to relist them because I still have a ton more sets to go through. But thankfully, Dragon Ball Z is so easy to sell. Almost all anime is. Here's another Dragon Ball Z item. This is from my GameStop haul. Got these for almost nothing. This one sold for $53.99. So if you come across this, you can see it's like a little bit raised. It's like 3D, and it's from BioWorld. These hats sell great and pretty fast. What's next? This one, I never even dreamed this would sell at all. This is a Captain Marvel Infinity Saga shield with a badge and wallet. You can see Nick Fury there. There's his badge. It's actually pretty heavy. It's made pretty well, but still, I didn't think it was worth anything when GameStop made me take it when I bought them out. But it actually was worth $28.79. So when I comped it, it was worth some good money, and it sold super fast. I only listed it last week, so maybe I sold it too low. These I forgot to list them. I had these in my possession for such a long time. I just forgot to list them. Paid $50 a set. I think I had some coupons that I knocked it down a little bit at GameStop, but they wound up about $50 a set. Someone came around. I just listed them 2 weeks ago. Came around and bought both the sets, and they paid $98.99 each set. So that is great. It helps when you actually list things to sell them. I'm just saying, when you don't list, you don't sell them. So they did no good just sitting on my shelf. Another item I just listed. This is a Power Ranger in Space, Blue Ranger. Another from my GameStop haul. See, he has different, looks like different hands and stuff. And I don't know, some of these action figures are really weird now. But anyways, it sold for $16.19. Needlepoint. I love Needlepoint. I love cross stitch. All this stuff's so easy to ship and so easy to sell. This one only weighed, I think it was like 6 ounces, so it was nothing to ship. Just put it in a poly bag because you can't really hurt these things. And had this in my store for a while. I think it was up for close to a year. But I sold so much of it. I bought like 3 or 4 cases of different cross stitch and needlepoint and stuff like that. But anyways, this one sold for $13.49. So not the best one, but a lot of them can go for good money. This is a shocker that sold. This is a PlayStation 3 headset. Got this from my GameStop haul. I'm like, oh no. When they showed up with these, I'm like, oh no, these are never going to sell. It's PlayStation 3 and we're already on PlayStation 5. But no, I already sold 2 of them already for $13.49. I just listed them because I didn't even think they would sell, so I was just like hesitating listing them. But they sold, and they're selling pretty fast, so maybe even by next week I'll get rid of all of them. I mean, they're not going for much, but hey, it's PlayStation 3. What are you going to do? Alright, on to the plush. Let me show you. 2 of these guys sold. If you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, I showed you that I picked these up at Walgreens last week. This is Hank, and I also picked up a bunny rabbit. Of course, I bought everything they had. I think there was 11 or 12 Hanks at one Walgreens and 4 bunny rabbits. I forget the bunny rabbit's name. I haven't sold the bunny rabbit yet. But anyways, they were 20 bucks each. And they sold super fast. So I just went to another Walgreens and I picked up, this is some penguin and an owl. So hopefully those will go for the same amount of money, and they're selling for, like I said, $62.99. So not too bad there. Dandy sock monkey. Sock monkeys do pretty well. This one I've held on to a little longer than normal. Usually the smaller ones sell pretty fast, but this is one of the larger ones, and it took a little while to sell. Maybe because he's like a little fuzzy. You can see right there. I probably should have shaved him. I have shavers. I was just too lazy. My fault. Well, anyways, he sold for $19.79. Snowman with the blue hat. This is like a mama and child. That's what I described it. A mama and child getting tangled up in garland. I don't even think there was a brand name or anything, but I thought it was cute, so I threw it up there. Yeah, there's no brand name or anything. But since I described it pretty well, it sold for $14.39. So don't be afraid to list even no-name items, especially if they're cute. This is pretty cute. He's all tangled up in the garland. Alright, Uncle Sam Limited Treasure. This one I've had in my store forever. I actually took new pictures. They're a little bit darker. It's been a long time since I took new pictures. You can see I still had my old ruler right there. But yeah, I took new pictures. They were hideous, terrible pictures with the old ruler and then white, so you can hardly see the character. But he finally sold, and he sold for $11.69. So almost nothing, but hey, it's better than nothing. Despicable Me 2. This is Fluffy the Unicorn. Purchased this from, whoa, what was that? This was from my bins haul about 2 weeks ago, I believe. 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago. I'm not positive anymore. I've been actually going to the bins lately, so they're kind of all smushing together. But anyways, the bins are like 79 cents a pound, and this thing weighed about 6 ounces, so hardly nothing. And someone bought it for $15.29. Black Plush Valentine's Day Boxing Monkey. It says your knockout on this guy. He's been around for a while, about probably a good year and a half. I thought he would sell faster. He's really cute. And but maybe because you can't see his face. He has a really cool face too, but oh well. Whatever, he finally sold. He's about 8 inches, so he's not that tall. And he sold for $16.19. Wallace and Berry Papa Cream. This one I bought at the bins about 3 weeks ago. And you can see he is super tiny. I showed you this guy in my haul. Just an old little guy. Look at this. He's maybe 5 inches. Even if you have to count the tail to make him 5 inches. So he's super tiny, but he's vintage. See, 1975, made in Korea, Wallace and Berry, and I mentioned about the mark on the tag, and he still sold for $33.29. So very good find, and I think I even put him back in the bins like twice. And it wasn't until I looked at the tag, I'm like, oh my god, he is super old. What am I doing? Douglas Moon Light Owl. This one's actually going across the country, not across the country, out of the country, to I believe the UK or Austria. Oh, I have one item going to Austria, one item going to the UK. Anyways, they paid $30 to ship. I paid $10.79 through pirate ship to get them out of here. So I am making almost $20 on them, not counting fees and everything. So that's why I like using pirate ship. It is a great, and he's nothing special. I mean, he's just a Douglas owl. And Douglas is a good brand. Another good brand is a Wild Republic Bald Eagle. Had this guy in my store for about a year before he sold. I just started using this new ruler. He's about 13 inches tall. Looks really cool. I was surprised he took that long to sell. And he sold for $17.09. So not bad. Could have been faster though. Koala Bear. I've talked about how Australian animals just flying out my store. I still can't keep them in my store. Not sure why. I mean, all the fires and everything are put out in Australia. But still, Australian animals are really popular. Even this, I hate to say it, it's kind of ugly one. I mean, it's not the color of a koala or anything. It's kind of like a peach or off-white tan. It's whatever. Anyways, it sold for $17.99. Disney Frozen pillow. Just picked this one up at, I believe this was in one of the blue boxes. See, it has Olaf on one end and the girls on the other. So it's been a little while since I have the old ruler in the picture. Frozen's hit and miss. A lot of Olafs. There's so many Olafs, so they take a while to sell. But this one didn't take that long to sell. I don't know why I used the old ruler though, but whatever. It sold for $15.29. Maybe I couldn't find my black ruler. FAO Schwartz Kangaroo. This one should probably been going. This one probably should go for around $50, but it was missing the Joey. It was missing the baby. So unfortunately, I could not list it that high. Only listed it at what was it? Only listed it at $25.99. I took 10% off even that, just because it was missing the baby, which is sad. That's kind of the most important part of the toy was the baby. But yeah, it's still sold, and it sold for, like I said, $23.39, which so sad. The baby was gone. They stole her baby. All right, Russ Baby white teddy bear. This one has a rattle in its foot, and it has like a marking on its foot. Let me see if I can show it to you. It says baby on its foot. Of course I washed it. Any baby toys I will wash. It's about 14 inches long, so nothing special about it. It's from Russ, and it sold for $26.99, so not a bad sale there. This hilarious beaver. Look at this guy. This guy's hilarious. I don't even think he really has any filling in him. He's kind of like flat. But he's just a hilarious, funny beaver. Pretty long though too. I think, yeah, you can see he's like 23 inches long. So really ridiculous looking beaver. But hey, he finally sold. And he sold for $24.29. Ladybug Pillow. I talked about pillow pets and all these different, all these foldable pillow plushes. Is this a real pillow pet or just a generic one? Let's see if I can find it. But anyways, they've been selling pretty well for me. Now it just says pillow on the side, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, it just says pillow. So this is just like a generic pillow, just a foldable pillow. Anyways, it sold for $16.19. So not the best. That's probably why I listed it lower, because it's not an authentic pillow pet. So I probably should have listed it like $25 if it was authentic, but it's not. But it's sold, so I'm happy with it. Disney Pluto. This is one of the authentic ones. This one has the authentic patch, so anytime you have one of the Disney characters that has the authentic patch, make sure you mention it. People are looking for this patch right here, and they will pay up for it. Even on Pluto, which he is super oversaturated. Pluto, Mickey, Minnie, they take a while to sell now. But he still sold, and he sold for $19.79. Justice. I've talked about the Justice brand a lot. Anytime you see the Justice brand, make sure you look it up, especially if they're like tie beanies or just any plush in particular. Just look it up when you see that little the Justice mark. This one sold for $71.99. I mean, he's a big panda, but I mean, without the mark, he probably would have sold for $50. But let me show you the tag. Hopefully I did a picture of the tag. There it is. That's the Justice mark right here. Make sure you're looking out for that, because when you see that, you know you have a little bit extra money than just a normal panda bear or Beanie Boo or whatever. Next, Disney Zootopia. This is Nick Wilde. He says a whole bunch of different funny things. This one is actually going out of the country to, like I said, one's going to Austria and one's going to the UK. I forgot which one was which. I didn't write it down. So anyways, this one also, this guy paid, I think it was like $31 or $32 to get it shipped out. and I paid $10.49 to ship it. So again, I'm making about $20 on it just for using Pirate Ships international shipping. The LOL rolling laughing monkey. I had fun with this in a couple of my videos. He sold super fast when I listed him. Unfortunately, I can't play with him no more. But he rolls around, his tail just moves, and he starts laughing, and that's just a hilarious monkey. He sold for $20.69, and he sold super quickly. Folktales, Folkmanis Chipmunk. Talked about Folkmanis a lot. Love Folkmanis, especially the puppets. The puppets do very well. This one, actually, some person or some kid cut off the fingernails or the nails of this poor guy, and he still sold for a decent price. You can see there's the up close there. Look at that. There's no fingernails in the poor guy. And there's the regular tag, and I put in the listing that had nails, but they're worn off. They were actually probably cut off. Anyways, he still sold for $19.79, so probably would have sold for like $29 if he had his nails. And last but not least, always want to tell you about these Petsmart. I've talked about them so many times, till I'm blue in the face. The Petsmart dogs, they sell. They sell, and they sell pretty fast. They usually range around $12 to $15. The unicorn and the dragon, I think there's a dragon. No, it's a dinosaur. Will go around $20. So if you find any of those on clearance or they're laying around in the bins, make sure you pick them up, because when they sell, they just sell real fast. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. It is super hot. I'm like sweating right now. I don't have the fan on because it'll mess up the microphone. Please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And don't fiddle fart around. Get all your listings up. Take care. See you next video. Bye.